Today I'm going to show you guys a cool old school trick called spot gluing. Hey everybody, this is Matt and we're at Texas Toast Guitars. I am back in the wood shop doing another one of my famous horrible audio things that everybody hates, but it's organic, it's in the wood shop, it's noisy in here. So what can we do? Remember, we are guitar builders first and YouTube video makers second or third or fourth. So anyway, today I want to talk to you guys about something called spot gluing. It's kind of like spot welding. What I have to do is I have to clean up this neck area on this prostitute guitar, which is super cool and snake skinny. And I want to attach my neck temporarily so that I can grind off this little part here after the 24th fret. Now normally what I would do is I would use double stick tape, or I would make the neck pocket so unbelievably tight that I just push it in there and it just stays. But then I was reminded of an old school technique that we used to do at Roberto Venn way back in the 80s. And it's called spot gluing. And I'm going to show you how it works. You're going to be like so amazed at how easy it is that you might just take all of your double stick tape and throw it away. And if you live in Great Britain, you don't have any double stick tape apparently. So spot gluing, this is actually cooler and better and neater and less expensive than masking tape and super glue. Okay? All right, so let me show you guys how it works. So I've got my neck here, it's ready to go. I am going to take my glue bottle, this is not mustard, and I'm going to put a little spot of it in my neck pocket. Can you get that in? Can you see that? Okay. And then I'm going to, that's why they call it spot gluing, because I've just got a tiny spot of glue. Okay. And then I'm going to attach the neck. I'm going to put it in a clamp. I'm going to clamp it, Jed. I'm going to let it sit for a few minutes. And once the glue sets up, this neck won't move around until I'm ready to take it out. And I'm just going to clean up this area here. So we'll clean that up after the glue sits for a second. And then I'll show you how to break the bond. And you guys are going to be spot gluing almost everything from now on. Okay, actually it's been a couple of days because we had to do some stuff in between spot gluing this neck on. You don't need to wait a couple of days, about 15 minutes will do it. So I'm going to pull the clamp now, and as you can see, now I'm nothing up my sleeve, presto. So I've got just the tiniest little spot of glue, if you'll remember. It's been a couple of days, so I don't remember, but you guys are going to watch it, it's going to be just a few minutes. Tiny spot of glue that's going to hold all this stuff on. The reason that I want to attach this neck semi-permanently to the body is I can't decide what is supposed to go here. Another pickup would be an option, or maybe like a little, one of these things like Gibson would put on there, and then a pick guard, that could be cool. But nevertheless, I need to grind some of this material away so that it's flush with the body. And we're going to do that now. So in a very ironic twist, I'm showing you how to eliminate double stick tape with spot gluing the neck to the body, and then I'm going to double stick tape this piece of clamping caul to my fretboard, and then I'm going to run it over the pin router, and we're gonna remove this material with the blade. But I don't want to spot glue this to the fretboard because it's already looking good and already radiused. So anyhow, you guys get what I'm talking about. Okay. But still, I still hate using double stick tape as a rule because I know that like a lot of people say they have trouble getting it. This is tape from Taylor Toolworks, and it's really good stuff. It's basically a masking tape with two adhesive sides. So that's the amount of residue that this leaves is the same amount that, say, masking tape would. So anyway, this is good stuff. Taylor Tool Works. I might leave a link in the description. I might make you guys look it up. That might be too much. That might be not enough. That looks pretty good. Okay, now we're going to use our bearing bit to grind, using the bearing to go along the neck here, along this clamping caul, and we're going to remove this material here down to the body. And you could do this with a file, but it's kind of a pain, especially if you have a beloved pin router. So look here what happened. My tape actually moved and it cut in deeper on this side, and you can see it actually did it at an angle. See how it cut more here than here? But my neck stayed glued in perfectly where I wanted it. So we're gonna try again. Maybe we should spot glue it on. Maybe the tape didn't work. Maybe I didn't stick it down good enough. I'm going to hedge my bets this time and clamp it down. Which I probably should have done the first time. All right, that looks pretty good. Let's clean it up. So that looks pretty good. Yeah, that looks really nice. So now we can decide if we want a little trim piece like that to go on there with a pick guard. Let's see what that could look like. Ooh, well, this wouldn't work with the regular SG template. But we could build a little pick guard that maybe covered that up, or we could put a little plate that had a kind of stylistic element to it like that. Maybe not exactly like this, maybe exactly like that. You could write something cool on there. We'll figure that out down the line. Hell, we could even put another pickup in there. That might be cool. What do you guys think we should do with this? That might be the better question to ask. And if someone wants to buy this guitar, then you get to pick. All right, but what I want to show you guys now is just how easy it is to pull the spot glued neck out. And we can route for the binding on the back if we want, or we could leave it plain. But I want to show you guys how that works. Because as you can see, the neck is still attached to the body. So, and remember, it's just a tiny spot of glue that's holding it on. So I'm going to put it on something, and I'm going to just break that off. As you can see, there's no real damage to my neck here, and there's no real damage to my pocket. There's some of the wood fibers you can kind of see are poking up, but we can clean that up with sandpaper a little bit. And when we go to set this neck in there, for real next time, it'll be perfect. So speaking of cool versions of this guitar, we call it the Prostitute. Let's go into the paint booth. I want to show you the one that I did using Steve from Maximum Guitar Works template set. I've been painting it because, as you might recall, I have taken on the task of painting it. I want to show you where we are now, and then I'm going to roll in some footage of me actually doing a little painting. Let's go into the paint booth. So there's lots of cool stuff happening in the paint booth, including this guitar that we did with Steve from Maximum Guitar Works templates. Now remember, this was a prototype, and we weren't exactly sure what we were going to do with the end of the neck section here. If I had my druthers, I would rather go back and put in a couple extra frets there, but I already had bound the neck, so I didn't really want to rebind the neck. So we're going to have to figure out what we're going to do with that. Maybe something, maybe nothing. But I wanted to show you this has been painted black, and it's gotten a couple of rounds of sealer, and it looks pretty cool. I didn't do any filming of me spraying sealer because sealer gets everywhere, but I've been sealing all sorts of stuff here in the paint booth, including this cool V for Robert Wallace, which is a neck through flying V, and bird's eye and walnut, and it looks really, really cool. But anyway, let's roll in some pictures of me spraying this black while Chris watches. So the black absolutely does not show on my black shirt. I should have wore a white shirt. So we got it on the filter bank wall. Hopefully you guys can see a little bit of what it looks like a little better in the picture here. So I wanted to take a moment to make a quick video about how cool it is to work on this style of guitar, show you guys the spot glue method and what you can do with it, and maybe some of the stuff you can't do with it, and show you this cool black guitar that we call the prostitute. and just kind of bring you guys up to speed with what's going on in the shop. So, thanks for watching, you guys. Until next time, this is Matt at Texas Toast reminding you that if you're so smart, start your own YouTube channel. That's what I did. We'll see you next time, guys. Have a great week.